Hello, my name is Palan Cyrus. Here is my final presentation. In my project, I'm making a game and the game name is Hong Kong Ludo. First, let's talk about the project purpose. My project name is Remake the board game and include the Hong Kong culture. The purpose is remake old board game and turn to be digital, about Unity 2D, include Hong Kong culture and make it to multiplayer. So first talk about the game introduction, and I choose the remake board game is the Ludo, and the player I'm setting, red side is the taxi, green side is the minibus, blue side is the MTR, yellow side is the city bus. So the player need to throw the dice and roll the chess, get culture point from the map event. When player arrive center block, they need to return to the starting point. After 50 round, the most higher score will win. So here is the game flow chart. Let's talk about the level design. In the level design about the board map design, 4 player in 4 corner, and they also need to walk 30 steps to the center block, and different event in some block. So let's talk about the first game mechanic about the dice. So the player need to done a request about the dice. They need to roll the 6 to leave the starting point, and when they done the request, the roll the dice can move the piece. So here is some script about the dice. Next is the player decision. So when player roll the dice, they can choose move the character or they can skip the move version and stay. So in the competitive interaction, when player move and the target block have another player, you can send it back to the starting point and take 2 culture point from it. So the player can choose, and if they think they will get touch, so they can stay in the block and they skip the move action and stay, and also they can move the character. So here is the player decision. Next is the block design about the public transport block. So you can see if the player if some the same transport color, the player can follow the arrow direction move to the next color block. So you can see, setting taxi red side have 4 public transport block, and the minibus has 2, MTR has 1, and the city bus has 3. And they also have different steps they can walk, and the taxi is 3 step, minibus is 8 step, and the MTR is 20 step, and the city bus is 4 step. So here is some transport block and the script, and they check the color and the block if much they move. And the next is the culture point about the score. After 51, the most highest score player will win. So how to get the score? In first, they can arrive to the center block, then they will get 5 score in the center block. And next is some event block. They have some event is they can get the culture point. Next is the event block. So I have designed 4 different type event block and designed 12 event in Hong Kong culture event, and the event can be divided in 4 type. First is the personal get scored, second is all player get scored, and third is change next time dice number. 4 is personal get score and change next time dice number. So here you can see here is some personal get score event, and I have designed 5 and different score player can get. So here you can see here is some about the Hong Kong culture, such as the Mango Blast and Hong Kong local food and the Hong Kong movie. Second is the all player get score, and here too is the Hong Kong event, Hong Kong culture, but you can see it is changed. The event is all player can get the score. Third is the change next dice number, and here is some draw lots. And if you good luck, you can roll the dice must be 6, and if you're bad luck, you rolls the next dice will be 1. Okay, 4 is the personal get score and change next time dice number. So you can see in the first pawn shop event, you can get 6 score, but your roll dice will be 1. So they both the same event is they can get score, but the rise number will be the ones in the next throw the rise. So here is some event block. It about 4 different type event, and the first is the get the personal score. The second is all get score. Third is change next dice number, and fourth is get score and change the dice number. So here is a UI design about the menu scenes. and setting a game start button in here. Action panel to show the current action, run panel to show current run and current turn. Player panel to show player score and player logo. Game end panel show the winner, provide home button and provide restart button. And here is some UI design script. And change the UI design script. And the art design about the game cover design. And some art design about the block and dice. And the transport block and event block. And the UI button. So next I will go into the game demo. So here is my game, Hong Kong Ludo, and I will play it alone because I have no other people in here. So I will playing by one. So let's start the game first. Okay, so you can see here is my game scenes, and you can see here is 4 sides in different player, and in this case I'm setting some button to make the roll dice number to change. So this is only for presentation, and I've making 2 button. First is the change the dice number as I wish, and the second is I can change the run to the 50 and to more fast the gameplay. So I will personally handle 4-player chess and to demo the game. First is the return side, and I'll need to roll the dice. So I roll the 6 so the player can move outside into the starting point. And when your move chess action is done, you can change next turn. So change next turn is the green turn and roll the dice. And the 2, so you can see I click the transport character. I can't move the character because I have no roll the 6. So it's not 6, it's 1. So let's show the first event. I will change the dice number to 2 and to show you the transport block in here. So you can see if they touch the same color, they can move to the next transport block. Okay, so the minibus is also get 6 in here. So next, okay, blue side is also get 6. So you can see if now the player Tessie go to the 6 in here, and next turn. So you can see now it's throwing the run, and I can make the red side player to move back to the starting point. So you can see they touch, and they get 2 culture point in here. So you can see I will send the red side back to the starting point, and also I will get 2 score from him. Let's keep the moving. So you can see the game flow is the player need to throw the dice, and they can touch the character, and the chess will move. So you can see it move by the computer, and it will automatically to help you to move the character. So next I will change the dice number to 2 and show you the event block in here. So here is the first event is your rolls dice in next time will be 6. The second also is changed. I will change it to, and I will change it to touch the event block. Okay, so here is the second event about the bad luck. So next time the minibus roll dice must be the 1. So if the player moves to the center point, you can see you will get 5 score and back to the starting point. So you can see if I fast the run to the 50, and you can see because the red side is the most higher score, so they can win the game in the 50 run. So here is my game demo and the game presentation about the game about the Hong Kong Ludo. Thank you for your listen.